Welcome back to J&J Lowdown. So today we're going to be talking about Google buying Fitbit.
Yeah, we got new Hulu offline.
Yeah.
And then the Apple Airpods. We're going to talk a little bit about those. So we're going to...
I'm kind of excited about those.
Really?
Yeah. I don't have any, but I'd like to have some.
I would like to have an Apple. Like, like an actual phone, the iPhones.
Oh, not like an Apple to keep the doctor away.
No, I got some of those in the fridge.
They're much cheaper.
It doesn't work, though.
No.
But first off, let's talk about the Google buying Fitbit. We talked about it in the last Tuesday. It didn't come out till Wednesday, but that's a whole different thing. Well, it's just life, man.
Welcome to it.
I know, right? But... so we talked about Google, buying the fossil tech for $40 million.
Right.
And now they have actually announced that they're buying Fitbit for 2.1.
2.1
billion.
Is that a good buy for Google or a bad buy?
I mean, given the amount of data that Fitbit's already collected, because from what I'm understanding from reading the different announcements, Fitbit is joining Google. It's not going to be like a complete overtaking. Fitbit's going to maintain their own identity. Now, Google's bought other things before, and its identity has kind of
drifted away.
Yeah, but for now, Fitbit is maintaining its identity. It's just going to be a part of Google. So I mean, it's a great buy, to be honest, because I mean, they've already got the Fit technology, the health and wellness tracking, and all that. So Fitbit has got it.
So does that mean that Fitbit is now only going to work with Google phones?
I don't think so. I think Google is going to try and be Google.
Okay.
They're going to encompass everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not been said one way or the other because Google does not have their own smartwatch yet.
Right.
But with the Pixel, because, they've been talking about the Pixel watch. We talked about that. It's just a rumor, but having Fitbit tech and now having the fossil tech as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're definitely setting themselves up to having exactly what they need to control that market again. You got the Apple stuff is, I'm pretty sure Apple's going to stick with Apple.
Yeah,
the Apple
they're
Watch,
going to keep their stuff.
I mean, the Apple Watch, their health tracking is amazing. Fitbit is just amazing on the other side. I mean, when you talk, like we said, when you talk about fitness tech, you talk about Fitbit.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, people who have other stuff still call it Fitbit.
Yeah.
So, I think it's great. Now, Fitbit will, according to a separate thing that I'm trying to remember who actually said it. Someone in the Fitbit world, I think it's like one of their head guys, said that Fitbit's going to maintain the privacy of their health and wellness stuff. And that's not going to be used for any of the Google ads. So all their health and wellness data they've collected over the years is not going to be targeted ads for Google.
So my sleep apnea won't become a Google ad?
No, it shouldn't. Now, whether or not Google works with that or finds a loophole in that system, I mean, that is what it is. But, I mean, from what they're saying, Fitbit's going to maintain that privacy.
Okay.
So,
good.
I mean, and Google already has the Google Fit, and that's going to beef up that. Like we already said with the $40 million of fossil tech. So they've already got amazing smartwatch tech. Yeah. And now they're just adding that health and wellness to it with what Fitbit already has. So, I mean, I think it's a really smart purchase for Google.
Yeah, they're going to make a lot of money. But Google's such an icon now. Yeah. I mean, they're going to make money no matter what they do. Yeah,
and personally, I'm excited. I love fitness trackers to see what comes out tech-wise. Yeah. With that is going to be really impressive. And I'm excited. But that's really all we have for that. We just wanted to kind of update you. But next on the list is the Apple Airpods.
Yeah,
I love wireless Bluetooth headphones. Yeah, and I mean, I've got to say, I've got the Bose SoundSport.
Yeah,
love them. Fantastic. I mean, there's a little bit of a delay, but I've always wanted the iPhone because the AirPods came out and they're like
just touchable, and I mean anything you want to do.
Now that's being removed though.
They're taking it away.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, here's the thing. So the way it's going to work is it's their most expensive one. It's $249. It still comes with the wireless charging options and things of that nature, but it's increased performance. But they've taken away the in-ear. Oh. You know how the AirPods now are like completely in-ear, just plastic pieces.
Sure.
Well, they're adding that silicone tip that like the Bose and a lot of the other ones have for fit, and there's going to be 3 different fits you can have: small, medium, and large, obviously. Sure. But it actually has on the actual tech itself. There is a fit feature, so you can push the app and it will using a microphone that's inside because it's got the speakers. and it's got a microphone inside the headpiece and on the outside. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, wow.
On the inside, it'll determine how sound bounces through your ear canal to determine which tip you need, which silicone size you need for the best sound quality.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be neat.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
It's a software that determines what fit you need to get the best sound possible.
And once again, Apple coming out with something new and inventive.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people were kind of taken aback by that in-ear because it didn't fit everybody. I knew people that put it in and they
Right
shake
out.
their head and fly right out.
Yeah.
So adding the silicone tips, I know people were saying, well, it's not as sleek. But I think at some point it should be substance over style.
I agree.
But they still look fantastic. I mean, if you see pictures of them, they look great. Now, speaking of that outer microphone, it actually has a separate purpose. Well, of course it does. It's a separate microphone.
Yeah.
I speak like this is a big deal. Noise cancellation features, the transparency and stuff that the Airpods are known for, the noise cancellation, the way it's going to actually work is it's going to have that microphone on the outside listen and cancel that sound coming in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
now, will it make adjustments to the volume, you think?
What do you mean? The volume out or the volume in?
The volume coming in from whatever you're streaming or Bluetooth.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get the same noise cancellation that you're going to be getting from
over the
ear, right? Yeah. But there's apparently a vent in there as well that's going to help with that tuny sound. That when you got those ones that go in your ear, sometimes you get that like echo sound. Or that
reminds me of like a seashell.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that vent's supposed to help with that. Yeah. And the noise cancellation, the transparency. I'm reading off prompt because I don't have all this memorized, unfortunately. I wish I did. I know I'm good, but I'm not that good. Transparency is allowing outside noises in. Yeah. And that's actually going to use that microphone. Okay. So you can turn it on, off, optional. It's like, so we were talking about the touch. Right. It's actually now a squeeze.
Oh, squeeze.
Yeah, it's tactile. You gotta squeeze it.
Just squeeze.
I don't know why I'm squeezing at my ear.
I don't know. I like to squeeze my earlobes every now and then.
just from time to time. So it's going to be squeeze button on the actual stem. Okay. And I'm talking fast again, aren't I?
No, not too fast.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's work in progress, folks. So it's going to be
squeeze
on the stem, on the stem. One squeeze, two squeezes, long squeeze, short squeeze. Will actually have a different output. Will have a different effect.
Sounds like relationships.
It's very true. But the difference here is you can actually go on your phone into the settings in the app and change what the different ones do.
Oh,
if only that worked in real life.
Absolutely. That'd be like the movie Weird Science.
Oh, that was a great movie.
That was a great movie.
I missed that movie.
Yeah.
I need to watch it again. I need to see if I can find it. But what were we at? We're talking, noise cancellation and transparency. Yeah. The transparency where you allow outside noise in can be controlled in short bursts or permanently where you can hear, let's say you're listening for your flight or something. You can have it where it allows that in so that when it comes over the speakers you can hear it. So I mean that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
It's an interesting tech. And you, like I said, you can change all those control schemes from inside the app settings. So, from what I understand, they sound great. They look great. With the silicone tips, it's going to feel great. So, I mean, Apple's definitely stepping up their game.
Oh yeah.
So, it almost makes me want an iPhone.
It does.
Yeah, and I can't do it as much as I want to. I can't do it. I love my Note 8.
You need to make the transition. Here's the deal. Even if you make the transition one time, the next time you can go back.
It's true, but here's the issue I have with Apple, and this is no real issue. This is because I'm a poor old boy. Apple stuff is so expensive.
Is it really though?
Yeah, because if I got an Apple phone, then if I wanted to do anything on my phone to my computer, I'd have to get an Apple computer.
That's not true.
I feel like
iTunes is downloadable on any Windows.
But it's the thing that the connectivity, I'd have to go with an Apple Watch for the same connectivity that I'd get on this.
That is true.
So
but you had to go with that watch to connect to that.
Well, I mean, I could have chosen any of them. I just like the Galaxy because of how it looks. I mean, it looks like an actual watch.
Yeah, that's true.
It looks like the kind of watches I normally wear. So that's why I was really impressed with the Galaxy watches.
Yeah.
So, I may eventually, but
it's a way of life.
Yeah, it really is. But I don't know. I'm not in the Apple culture. My wife loves Apple. That's what she has. She has an iPhone.
Yeah.
You have an iPhone.
I do.
So I may eventually make the switch. For now, I love my. Oh, is that how it is? You're just determining right now?
Yeah. It'll
You
happen.
just change my app settings?
It will happen.
Folks, it probably will. Especially because I want to start streaming games on my phone to the computer so I can show y'all videos of like Call of Duty Mobile and new games that come out. And apparently that is something you can do on the iPhone that's not available on Android.
Absolutely.
Well, it is available on Android, but you have to download apps.
All these other apps to
yeah.
make it work.
So, yeah, I may change. But so here's the bad news of the Apple AirPods. I must have said iPods. AirPods. I had an iPod once.
iPod.
I miss the iPod.
Yeah, they're
You don't
outdated.
need them anymore,
No,
but
gone.
they were fantastic when they were out.
They were.
But they are expensive, $249 for the Apple AirPods. Yeah, it's a little bit. It's only built to work with Apple. Battery life has not increased, 4.5 hours max.
Oof.
Which is no longer industry standard.
No,
I mean
not
most
at
of
all.
them, most of them are much more than that. My Bose SoundSport are 2 or 3 years old, and they get 4 to 5 hours.
Oh gosh.
So new coming out, it's not. And then here's the last part, and this is something they've already they announced when they are releasing them. They said with moderate to heavy use, you're looking at a 2 to 3 year lifespan.
That's it?
That's it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that gets expensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Apple's going to come out with a new one in 2 or 3 years,
Yeah.
and you're going to buy that one anyway.
You will.
I mean, that's what we call tech upgrading. It's a way of life, even more so than buying iPhone.
That's how we make money.
It is. That's why tech breaks down.
That's right.
Yeah. Because there's technology out there to make it so that, like cars wouldn't break down, but they do.
That's right.
It's crazy, but true. Last thing we want to talk about, we get on weird tangents.
Just down the rabbit hole.
It is.
It is.
Feel a little bit like Alice sometimes.
Do you want to take the blue pill or the red pill?
Did you just Matrix me?
I did, and they're coming out with a new one,
I know.
which we'll
Super
get onto
excited.
that soon.
Yeah, well, I'll have a
That's
video
another video.
dedicated to that.
Yeah.
Because Keanu Reeves is coming back. I want to know how they're bringing him back in.
He is going to be amazing.
He's always amazing. He doesn't age.
No, he's awesome.
And he's been doing John Wick long enough that I'm going to be impressed with what Neo comes back with.
John Wick 34. I mean,
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited about
I
it.
am too.
But yeah, we'll do a video just to talk about the new Matrix movie and all the stuff that's going on right now because there's a lot. But the last thing I want to talk about, we got a couple minutes. It's only going to take a couple minutes. Hulu offline.
okay.
It's about time.
It is. Been way too long.
Amazon's got it. Netflix has it.
That's right.
I think there's a couple of other streaming services that have it, but those are the big two. Netflix. Do you remember when Bojangles came out, or not Bojangles, when McDonald's came out with an all-day breakfast,
Yeah.
and they got trolled online
Right.
by Bojangles?
That's right. That was great.
And you're
Best
like,
twits ever.
it was. They were great because, hey, we have all-day breakfast, and these companies are like, well, where you been?
Yeah. Thanks for catching up.
Yeah, it's like all we did was breakfast for the longest time.
Yeah.
Come on now. So it's the same principle.
Yeah.
Now, Hulu's got this online. It's only available to Hulu customers that pay for their no ads plan, and that's the big one.
Oh,
That's
how expensive is that?
$11.99 per month.
Okay.
You get no ads. Most people have it. I know a lot of people though that only have that $5.99 plan with the ads.
Right.
You know? If you have the $5.99, you cannot do the offline, which is crazy. And there's some strict restrictions that go along with
Maybe
it.
smart on their money wise.
Excuse me. Maybe, but with all these other people doing it and doing it much better, it's kind of
Yeah.
Like 25 titles. That's all you get, and that's across multiple devices. You only get 5 different devices. So if there's 5 people in your family, you can't download it to everybody's phone plus your computer or your TV. Like you're stuck to 5 devices. Not a big deal for most families. I mean, we've only got 4 or 5 devices in our household.
Yeah.
But if you've got a bigger family, it's going to pose a problem.
Yeah, it would.
And 25 titles isn't really a lot when you think about it.
No.
Netflix has no limit.
Oh.
That's true. I love Netflix.
Netflix is great.
So you only have 30 days to watch them, or they expire.
Oh.
And if you start watching one and you get interrupted by like a kid or a dog or something, and you forget to go back after 2 days, it expires.
And so you got to start back over?
You got to find online. So like, let's say you're somewhere there's no internet service. You got to get back online to renew the expiration. Yeah. So a little fix, a little
They'll have to
fitting,
fix
yeah,
that.
Yeah, it'll change. Now, once you start a title, like I said, you only have 2 days to finish watching it, but you can watch it as many times as you want, from what I understand.
Okay, that's fair.
So, but I mean, really, is it worth it? I don't know. I mean, they have thousands of titles to choose from. They got some really good Hulu stuff, but
Hulu's pretty good. I've just never really gotten into it and been a big fan.
I don't like it as much as I do like Netflix and HBO and stuff like that.
I mean, and like Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Amazon Prime's fantastic. I don't like how you have to search for stuff on Amazon Prime.
Right. Yeah.
It's a little UI's a little unfriendly, but it's got some great titles.
It does.
I mean, that's where all my kids find their favorite horror movies.
It is.
So, but Hulu, is it worth it? I mean, thousands of titles. Hulu's got some great stuff out there. I don't like their selection as much as I do some of the other ones. So
if you're a big Hulu fan, you might find it worth it. Personally, I'm not, so I don't think it would be.
I mean, I have Hulu. I have the no ads plan, so I mean, I'll definitely take advantage.
Sure,
it's just a part of my plan. But is it something that if you don't have that and you have the ads plan, is it worth purchasing? Only if you think Hulu is better than the other ones.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your normal Netflix subscription, your normal subscription to Prime is all you need to do there. So.
That's it.
But that's really all we have for today.
Yeah.
I mean, we just wanted to throw some tech at you, and we wanted to make one show about one thing because we were splitting it between tech and gaming, and I think that split was a little bit too much.
It was, yeah. It's good. It's good to create some division in these videos.
You know, Tuesday for tech, Thursday for gaming, because the weekend's coming up.
It is.
That's right. So, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining us. Definitely join us next time on Thursday when we talk about video games and only video games.
Yes, only.
We got some big announcements.
I know. It's going to be exciting.
But y'all guys have a wonderful rest of your night, and thank you so much for joining.
Take care.
Take care.